Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Astronomy. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. To know whose shirt you wear. It's that day, 33 years ago. Believe it, it's so long. This is ground control. Good morning. Good morning, Spear. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. In a most peculiar way. Different today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Astronomy. Good to have you here this morning. Thank you, Mr. Bowie. Appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Astronomy. Oh, David, yes. Oh, what a great guy. Very, very knowledgeable. Very, very exciting to have him. That was wonderful. Yes, I've met him once. Good to have you all here. Welcome to Let's Talk Astronomy. My name is Dennis Hands. I'm glad to have you here. Here we're going to talk about astronomy stuff, and good to have you all here. I teach astronomy at High Point University, and our semester has started. We're looking at constellations and stars right now, and then we're going to look at the way the Earth moves. Hello. Hey, Jason. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Yes, today is the 33rd anniversary of the loss of the Space Shuttle Challenger. Isn't that amazing how long ago that was? 33 years ago. Since then, we lost Columbia, and we pretty much stopped launching people into space. We let the Soviets do that, the Russians do that. But one day we'll get back, I hope. Good morning. Nice to have you here, Jorge. Good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Hope y'all are doing all right. Good morning. So, where were you on January 28th, 1986? Where were you? What were you doing? I was teaching. I had applied for that teacher seat on the Space Shuttle Challenger. It was part of President Reagan's Teacher in Space program. And I had filled out the application but had been rejected because I'm too tall. And I was at school. There had been several launch delays. There had been even actually a mission scrub for the Challenger. And so when it was time to launch, I wasn't watching. I was with my class. I think it was third period, maybe fourth period. And there was a class in the library that was watching on TV. And the teacher came over after the launch and told me what had happened. My wife called me soon after that and told me how glad she was I didn't get it, didn't get the seat. Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's where I was on January 28th, 1986. Where were you? What were you doing? Were you watching? So that's the Challenger. Today's challenge quiz. It's called a challenge quiz. Isn't that something? Today's challenge is about space voyages. And of course, Challenger was one of those. So good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great solar eclipse. You were -6. Not even a gleam in someone's eye. Oh, I bet they were great. Yes, I have some friends who took some really good pictures. I'd love to see those. Kindergarten. Oh man, if you were watching that on TV in kindergarten, I bet that was traumatic. I hope you didn't see that on TV. I hope you didn't see that when it happened. You can put them on your Facebook page and send me, on my blog, you can send me your Facebook page information. I don't know if you can send them to me to my blog. I don't know. You can give that a try. It's Island in the Sea of Mystery. Island in the Sea of Mystery is my blog. So thank you for the super heart. Thank you very much. The eclipse was nice. It was cold here in North Carolina. I went out to the eclipse, saw the thing happen, and I quit about halfway through the totality. Yeah, launches were routine. Oh man, oh yes, they were so routine, and they stopped. They cut it after 30 seconds. They figured that was it. How sad. I bet it's cold up in Ontario. You're in Canada, of course. And today's questions, I have a question or two about Canada. I have a question or two that's about Canada. So stick around. I have 10 questions this morning. My Facebook page is, well, you can just find it under Dennis Hands, and then you can find my blog under An Island in the Sea of Mystery. If you type in Island in the Sea of Mystery, you can find it there. I'm going to be on for about an hour today. I started in 2015. I think in January 2015 is when I started, so that's a pretty long time. But today I'm going to be on for about an hour. We'll do this challenge and then be done with that. So yes. If you got a chance to get out early this morning, maybe you saw Venus and Jupiter in the east just before sunrise. It was cloudy here in North Carolina, so I didn't see anything today, but over the weekend I got up a morning or two, and it was really nice seeing those two planets in the eastern sky. Today's trivia questions, today's challenge questions, are all inspired by this book right here. You all voted last time. You voted to do the Voyages section. So that's what I'm turning to, the Voyages section. And this is about space voyages. And you voted, you wanted questions about the space voyages. So where is that? I know it's here somewhere. Now I can't find it. But amazingly enough, you picked Voyages for the day of the anniversary of the Challenger launch. Yeah, Voyages in the solar system. So that's the section that inspired today's topic. This is the Observer Handbook. It's from the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. It's a really nice book. It costs about $30, $40. It's chock full. It's very dense. It's got lots of astronomical information up to date, and I strongly encourage you to check it out. They're worth it. Even in February, they're worth it. It's only 1/12 gone, and even that 12th can be minimal. Yes. So the moon was something. Yes, it was the. Let's see. Do I have a picture of that? I think I have a picture that a friend took. I think I have a couple pictures that a friend took here. Let's see if I can bring those up. This is a really nice set of pictures that Tim Martin took, and he gave me permission to share this. So let's see if I can get it here on the screen for you. This is a really nice set of pictures from a bunch of different eclipses. Take a look at this, if you can. If I can get it right. Look at this. Earth's shadow with a bunch of different eclipses. Look at that. I teach astronomy. Now this is a bunch of different eclipse pictures from Tim Martin, and you can see the Earth's shadow. You can see why we think the Earth is round. The Earth is not flat, of course, but you can see in this series of eclipse pictures of the moon, you can make out Earth's shadow. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Of course, it could be shaped like a hockey puck. It could be a disc shape, but then every now and then it would show up. You get a flat edge to the shadow. But since it's always curved, the shadow is always curved. The only explanation for it to be always curved is that the Earth is round. The Earth is spherical. And of course, of course, if the Earth were flat, the cats would have knocked everything off by now. If the Earth were flat. Yeah, round seems to be the way it goes. Yeah. So I hope you got to go out and see the eclipse. That was fun. Yep. Close to my heart. That's right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am not Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was a lot smarter than I am. I think I might be a little bit better looking, but we're looking at page 36 and 37. Pages 36 and 37 if you happen to have your observer handbook. Speaking of cardinals, I know this is social. This is not baseball. Let's see, Tony La Russa. Isn't that nice? Cubs are cool. They're National League. They have to be cool. They're National League. I'm sorry, there was a question that went by there and I missed it. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can get it back up here. Do I do any scientific calculations for astronomy? I do some observing. I do observing of variable stars. I try to go out. I haven't done it recently. I am so guilty. I haven't done it recently, but Phillies are cool, yeah. I've been to a Phillies game or two. I go look at variable stars. I haven't done it recently. Oh, thank you. Okay, thanks. I look forward to that. And with your permission, if they're good, I'd like to post them. How many Now, I haven't discovered any satellites. I like to look at variable stars, and I like to measure their brightness. And thank you very much. Appreciate that. And I measure their brightness and report the brightness to the the AAVSO, the American Association of Variable Star Observers, and they have a database that they keep track of variable stars, and they compile all these observations and make it available to scientists. I am not a scientist, I'm a science teacher, but I do a little bit of collection of data, but as far as analyzing it, that's above my pay grade. How could you contact me directly? You can send an email to my blog. Now, to get to my blog, if you go down here to these three dots down here and tap on that, you go to my Periscope profile. And in my Periscope profile, there's a link to my blog. Okay. So yes, so at the end of today's scope, we will have another vote. So stick around. Yes, I'm on Facebook. If you look up Dennis Hands, you can probably, I think there's a couple Dennis Hands there. If you Google Dennis Hands, if you just Google Dennis Hands, I think you get an obituary first of somebody named Dennis Hands. You get a palm reader named Dennis Hands, and then I think I'm number 3 on the list. But the obituary first, then the palm reader. Yes, I'm a science teacher. I cannot claim to be a scientist. That would be, no, that would not be appropriate. Thank you. Thank you very much. So at the end of the broadcast, you're going to vote, and we'll have a vote, and your vote will tell me what topic you want us to have our next challenge on. Next week is the first Monday of February, so next week it'll be about the February issue of Sky and Telescope magazine. But after that, on the what would that be? February the 11th, we'll do what you vote. When will I start the quiz? You want to do it now? It's not really a quiz, it's more of a challenge, and I also post my quizzes on my blog. I post them there. So if you miss the broadcast here on Periscope, you can go to my blog and take the quiz there. It's in you have to read it. But it's still there. And the answers are there too. Well, I like to think about science, and I like to do science, but as far as being a scientist, I don't think I can claim that. I don't think I can claim that. No, it's just pure OJ. Yes, as a matter of fact, the first rocket launch I witnessed was the Challenger. Now, it wasn't the Challenger that exploded. It was the Challenger with Sally Ride on it. And it was STS-7, I think it was. And I saw the Challenger launch. And then a couple years ago, we saw STS-115 launch. I think that was the Atlantis. We saw the Atlantis launch. So we saw those two launch. Now, my wife saw lots of them launch because she lived in Orlando. And she could just go out into the yard and see the rockets go over. Well, not go over because they were going the other way. But she could, especially the Saturns, she could see the Saturns really easy from Orlando. So, yeah, she saw a lot of them. But the last one we saw, STS-115, was probably Atlantis, and we saw that one from the administrator's lounge. We saw it from the administrator's lounge. We were on the balcony of the administrator's lounge, and we watched it go up. We were just like 2 miles away from the launch pad. That was really nice. There were a couple astronauts there. There was, let's see, who else was there? Failure is not an option. Who said that? Gene Kranz? Gene Kranz was there. But not the Gene Kranz. Not the Gene Kranz. His daughter, Gene Kranz. J-E-A-N. Gene Kranz was there. She was working for NASA. And so she was there. But not the Gene Kranz. It was the other Gene Kranz. Failure is not an option. That's right. So you ready for the quiz? I have three. What do I think of Mars colonization? I'm all in favor of it. Go for it. I have 3 cats. Thank you. I think one is outside right now. The other 2 are hanging around inside. Lucy's outside. Here we go. We have 10 questions. This is going to take some time, so we might as well get started now. Okay? They are all inspired by this book. What Happens After Death? My opinion, I think you close your eyes and it's all gone. I think that's what it is. Question number 1. Question number 1. Now the rules are, I take the first answer I see. I know there's a lag time, so I'm sorry I can't do anything about that. But I take the first answer I see. I don't count spelling, and it has to be after I'm done with the question for the first time. If an answer comes up that I'm not done with the question, okay, the questions are based on pages 36 and 37 of this book, Voyages in the Solar System. That's what inspired this, okay? And you all voted on it last week. Number 1. What nation launched the first artificial satellite of Earth? That's the question. What nation launched the first artificial satellite of Earth? I'm not going to take Russia. Sorry, I'm not going to take Russia. There you go. Ben got it. Ben. Thank you, Ben. Ben Spears got it. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take Russia. That is not the correct answer. I'm sorry, guys. It was not Russia. It was the USSR. Okay, sorry about that. Ben Spears, you got it, yes. It was October 1957, Sputnik 1, and it orbited for 3 weeks. It orbited for 3 weeks before the batteries died, and then it orbited for 2 more months after that, for 1,440 orbits. 57, yeah, 57. I said 47? Did I say 47? I meant 57. Okay, thank you. Sputnik 1, the Soviet Union, yes. 1 for Ben, good for you. Number 2, here's question number 2. Oh, I can't even read my own handwriting. What nation? I don't know where it was launched. What nation was first to image the far side of the moon? What nation was first to image the far side of the moon? Not USA, sorry. Not China, not USA, not China. Still not. Nope. Come on, there's one other. Thank you. Yes, yes. Whoever you are, J-S-E-V-O-L-I. Yes. Okay. Yes, it was the Soviet Union, USSR. They were the first ones to take pictures of the far side of the moon. It was Luna 3 in 1959, I think. 1959. Luna 3. First images of the far side of the moon. Or was it 69? I think it was 59. This book, 1929. 2019. Duh. Number 3. What nation? Don't. You gotta wait until I'm done. You gotta wait till I'm done with the question. What nation was the first to launch a craft to fly by another planet? What nation was the first to launch a spacecraft that flew by another planet? I'm going to take yes. Okay, yes, Jason, you got it. The United States of America, yes. Oh, Jason, yes. It was Mariner 2. It was Mariner 2, and it was 1962, and it flew by Venus. It flew by Venus, but that was the United States of America, us, the United States. So we have, so far, we have Ben. He picked up the USSR, the Soviet Union, for the first artificial satellite. Savoli, I don't know what your first name is, sorry, who got that the Soviet Union was the first ones to image the far side of the moon. And Jason, who got the first flyby of another planet, and that was the United States with Venus in 1962. Here you go. Here's your third question. Oh, your fourth question. Fourth question. Name the third planet to design, name the third nation to design, build, and launch its own satellite. Name the third nation to design, build, and launch its own satellite. Not China, not India, not Japan. No, still not China. The third nation to design, build, and launch its own satellite. There you go. Thank you, FD. Yes. FDESORMEAUX. Canada. Yes, Canada did it. Canada did it. It was at the Alouette 1 in 1962, and they studied the ionosphere. Yes, Canada, our great neighbors to the north. Thank you for not building a wall, Canada. Thank you. So, very good. I do not know who you are, FDESORM. What I'm going to do is I will always go back. I will always go back and check to make sure that I've written down the correct person who said the answer first. So what I announce here is preliminary, and I'll put the right answer on my blog. I'll put the right person on my blog, okay? But Canada, yes, they did it in 1962. Could y'all hear me humming? I don't know. My wife could hear me humming in the other room, and she laughed. Could y'all hear me humming? Okay. They could hear me humming too, Barbara. Saw the beginning of the Hockey All-Stars. The Soviet Union was first, and the United States was second. The Soviet Union first, and the United States second. Hey, Vader. Here comes one of my cats. I don't know if he'll jump up here, but here comes one of them. Yeah. Good for Canada. I love it. So far we have USSR, USA, and Canada. So far they have been names of countries, okay? So far. None of the rest of the questions are names of countries, okay? I don't think. Yep. Looking at it, none of the rest of the questions, none of the rest of the answers are names of countries, okay? So you can just leave countries out of your list. Here we go. Number five. Let's see. Now you probably noticed that these questions are mostly in chronological order. Mostly. I think the answers are all in chronological. Look at that. I did not realize that. They're all in chronological order. So that gives you a hint. They're in chronological order. Number 5. Here we go. Name the 1972 spacecraft that was the first to reach solar escape speed. The 1970, actually it was a 72, and it reached escape speed in 73, but it was launched in 72. Not Viking. Pioneer 10, yes, very good. Oh, wow, you know your stuff. Good for you. Yes, Pioneer 10. Pioneer 10, it was originally called Pioneer F. I don't know why they did that, Pioneer F. But it was Pioneer 10, and it was by the United States of America. We lost radio contact with Pioneer 10 in 2003. Right now, we think it's probably about 120 astronomical units away. 120 astronomical units away. So it's trucking. Let's see, do I have something here from Pioneer 10? I think I do. Hold on just a second. Hold on. It's on my wall. Yeah. Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11 both had this plaque. They both had this plaque on it. If you want to, you can take a screen grab of that, if you want to. This is the plaque that was on Pioneer 10 and on Pioneer 11. And it was sort of a greeting. Over here you can see a figure of a man and a woman to give some size. Here's the spaceship itself. Here's Pioneer 10. And they use this information here to help anybody who discovers this little bad boy to discover what planet, the third one from the sun, what planet launched it. And so they give some ideas here from pulsars about where we are. And I don't think they should have done this. Nobody asked me. But I don't think they should be, I don't think we should be sending out our personal information to the galaxy. Because who knows? There could be aliens out there that want to eat us. So I'm not in favor of doing this, but that's what we did. Okay? Pioneer 10. Pioneer E, ooh, cool. Pioneer E failed to launch. Ooh. Did it explode on the pad? I hope not. Man, we had a lot of failures back then. Pioneer 10, originally Pioneer F, EF, A, B, C, D, E, F. It's not even 10 letters. I wonder why they did F. And how they got Pioneer 10 out of it. Soyog 92 got that one. Good for you, Soyog. Man, we got a bunch. We got Ben, we've got Jay Savoli, we've got Jason, we've got FedEx, and we've got Soyog. So nobody's repeated. That's fantastic. In 1986, 1986, the Challenger exploded 33 years ago from today. 33 years ago from today. Here's a copy of the Presidential Commission that investigated. This is the report that investigated the accident. I had applied for one of the seats, the one by the teacher. I'd applied for that. So here's, yeah, those O-rings. Well, the O-rings were working fine, except it was so damn cold that day. They froze up. They left a gap. They left a gap in the seal, and flames were able to get out. It was sad. So here is question number 6. Number 6. In 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded 73 seconds after launch. Now remember, I take the first answer, and I don't count spelling, but it has to be close enough. Name one of the 7 astronauts killed in that explosion. Name one of them. I will take that. Okay, good for you. And I'm going to go back and check. So that's Krista McCullough. That's one. I'm going to go to the first person who wrote it. Okay. So whoever that was, McCullough is out. Anybody else know another name? I think so, but I'm going to go back and check. Okay, I think so. Judy Resnick, that's right. Okay, good. There's another one. Not McBride, good guess. Not McBride, but it was a Mech. He was from here in Greensboro. He was a graduate of A&T University. He was a friend of my principal at the time. Hey there, Lucy. Came in. So we've got Resnick, we've got McCullough. Not McBride, but there was somebody else, somebody. Michael Smith, yes, Michael Smith. We'll talk about the bodies in a minute, okay? Michael Smith, anybody else? McNair, yes, he was the A&T graduate. You shook hands with Sally Ride, how cool. That's nice. Captain Pike, good guess, no. Michael Smith, I think we've already got Michael Smith. Onizuka, yes, Onizuka, excellent, excellent. And Jarvis, I think he was the commander, wasn't he? Commander, and we've got one more. I think he was from Florida. I'm going to give everybody who put an answer, we've already got Jarvis, I've got everybody who put the first one to put a name, every one of you guys are winners, okay? Every one of you. So we'll have, like, right now 6 winners, we'll get 7. Scooby, there you go. No, oh, that's close. That's close. Scooby-Doo. We got Ron McNair, good, and we got Scobie. So that's our 7 right there. I'm going to go back through and I will look to see who got each one of the answers first, okay? So I'll do that. Congratulations to you all. Wow, you remembered them. You remembered them. That's marvelous. Hey, Lucy. Here's Lucy. Here's our cat, Lucy. Lucy in the sky. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Come on, Lucy. You're in the way. Goodbye, girl. So congratulations. Hey, Tiki. Hi. Good to see you. Hi. Nice to have you here. So we're doing the challenge today about voyages into space. The voyages into the solar system. And we just finished 1986. This is the 33rd anniversary of the loss of the Space Shuttle Challenger that happened 33 years ago today. 33 years ago today. Yeah, there's the Earth, there's the moon behind it. Yes, good job. Good job. A bunch of winners there. A bunch of winners. Congratulations to you all. Yes. Now, here's the deal for you guys, okay? We're not finished yet. I've got 7, 8, 9, and 10 to go. I've got 4 more questions to go. But here's the deal. Of course, everybody knows you now if you got one of them right. And I will list your names on my blog. To get to my blog, you go down here to these 3 dots. You tap on that. You go to my profile, my Periscope profile. You tap the link to my blog. And yes, your name will, if you were one of the winners, your name will come up. Your name will be on my blog. Plus, you get an opportunity to make a big impact on the world and make the world a better place. I have a list on my blog. I have a list of 5 charities. And Spear, I think I've fixed the breaking link to one of them, okay? But I've got 5 charities. If you're one of the winners today and you make a contribution to one of my charities, I will match your contribution up to $100, okay? And Spear, I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you very much for the contribution. I matched it, okay? I matched it. But thank you. That's good of you. I appreciate the sentiment. But congratulations. So everybody here who got one right, you are a winner. You are a winner, and I will match your contribution up to $100 for up until 1 month. That's right, up until 1. I'm not going to be paying attention after that. So thank you very much. Resnick, Scobie, Smith, Onizuka, McNair, McAuliffe, and Jarvis. I applied for that seat, President Reagan's Teacher in Space program, and I fill out the application. They could have told me right on the front page, don't bother any further, because I'm 6'5", and the tallest you could be is 6'2". So they could have told me at the beginning that I didn't have to fill out the other 37 pages. I usually scope on Monday mornings from 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's usually when I do it. Well, it was about the spacesuits. The spacesuits were made up of different parts, and they just didn't have the parts that would fit somebody that was 6'5". See other stars and other galaxies, it's really difficult because the galaxies are so far away. We see sort of smudges, but when there's a supernova in one of the other galaxies, we can see that. We can see that pretty nice. That supernova flares up. So congratulations on all of you who got one of those right. Okay, good for you. Most excellent. Well, you know, NASA sometimes screws up about planning, okay? Oh, I would sign up again. I would sign up if they changed the rules. I would sign up again. Now, this next question, I'm going to say who. Notice I'm not saying a person's name, and I'm not saying a nation. I'm saying who, okay? So this is question number 7. Who launched the craft that took the first images of a comet nucleus? Who launched the craft that took the first images of a comet nucleus? Not SpaceX. Good guess. Not SpaceX. Who launched the craft? Yes, that's right, Ben. It was the European Space Agency. The European Space Agency did that in 1986, and it was the Giotto, Giotto, I think you spell it, Giotto. It's named after a painter from the Renaissance who was known for a painting of his called The Adoration of the Magi, and in that he has a comet in the sky as the Star of Bethlehem. He has a comet in the sky. And many people think that his comet in the sky was inspired by Halley's Comet that had come by during his lifetime. He had seen that in the sky, so he made the comet the Star of Bethlehem. So Giotto, the spacecraft, went to Comet Halley in 1986. Congratulations, Ben. You're the first one with two. Well, you might have gotten one of those others in the crew of the space shuttle. Okay, but you got at least two. Question number 7. Would you go? Would you sign up? Would you sign up if you got a free seat on the Soyuz and you had a chance to go to the International Space Station on the Soyuz? Would you go? I see you would go, yeah. A lot of you would go. Libyans. Yeah, I'd go in a second, yes. I would not go to Mars, but I would go into outer space. I'd go into low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit. Question number 8. You're 6'4". Okay, you're pretty tall too. Yeah, it ought to be pretty good. Well, speaking of commercialized. Speaking of commercialized. Remember, I have to finish the question before you put your answer up. Question number 8. Who was the first private citizen to pay for a space flight? Who was the first private citizen to pay for a space flight? Nope, not Alan. No, not him, whoever that is. Microsoft guy. I need more than that. No, I don't think he was related to Microsoft. I could be wrong. Tito, that's right, Jason. Tito. Jason, got it? Jason. Jason. Yes, Dennis Tito. Dennis Tito, that's right. What a great name. Isn't that a great name, Dennis? I love that. Dennis Tito was an American engineer. He was an American engineer, and he went up on the Soyuz TM-32. He went up on TM-32, and he came back on TM-31. TM-31 was the first Soyuz to dock with the space station. I don't know, was that the ISS? I think so. And then he was up in the space station for a while and came back on TM-31. So he went up on 32, came back on 31. He was an American engineer. Dennis the Menace. What a name. Dennis Tito. Would you go? Some of you said yes. I don't know that I would pay to go. If I had lots of money, I think I'd just throw it away and pay to go. But right now, I don't have that kind of money. Hey, a GoFundMe, that's what I need. Knowing that name is impressive, yes. Congratulations, Jason. I am impressed. Singularity, I don't know about singularities. You know, I think we call singularities the thing that's in the middle of a black hole. I think that's what we call singularity. Also, the thing that was at the beginning of the Big Bang, we call that a singularity. But those are something with infinite density. Infinite density. And I read recently a book that talked about the word infinite in astronomy, and I think astronomers use the word infinite. And I think astrophysicists use the word infinite to mean that our understanding of physics doesn't work anymore. That's what infinite means, I think. $70 million per person, or $7 million, yeah. If I had $7 million, yeah. What was the book? Let's see, what was the book? I don't remember. What was the book? I don't remember. I do not remember the book. I couldn't lay my fingers on it right away. I'm sorry. I could not remember the name of the book. I will find out, okay? Okay, let me write myself a note. Book with infinite meaning we don't know. Okay. I will look that up. I will have that by next Monday, okay? I will have that. I will have that for next Monday. No, I don't know the technological singularity. I'm sorry, I don't know that. Okay. Singularities, wow. That's above my pay grade. Way above my pay grade. Here you go. It would take a long time to count 7 million. Would you count it like in millions, or would you count it like in thousands or ones? I don't know. I think there are some scientists out there that don't have white hair, but I like to think of mine as silver, okay? If I could send one thing in space, it would be a person, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. You'd count it in fives. That'd be a long count. If you count $5 every second, how many seconds would that take? That would take a lot of seconds. Here you go. This one's a tough one. This question is a tough one. Oh no, I have a great boss. I have a great boss. I wouldn't, I had graduated. I had retired from teaching high school. And my wife and I had noticed that the back door of our house was having trouble shutting properly, and so we called some structural engineers in to look at it, and they told us that the corner of our house had broken off, and the foundation had cracked and slid down because we were having a drought, and the ground underneath it had shrunk up, and the corner of our house had cracked and broken down. And so they told us how much it would cost to fix that. And we were sitting there thinking, oh no, how can we afford to pay for this, to take the corner of our house and jack it back up? And at that time, the chair of the department at High Point University calls me up on the phone. Now, he does not say these words, but this is what I hear, okay? He says, Dennis, we will fix the corner of your house if you come and teach astronomy. Now, that's what I heard. It's not what he said, but that's what I heard. And so I said, oh, that's how this is going to work, huh? Okay, so I said yes, and I've been teaching there since, I think my first year was 2008. My first year at High Point was 2008. So I've been there for 11 years now. But the corner of the house is fixed. Now the money's going to other things. Yes, the house is fixed. Number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. El Dorado. Take this, brother. May it serve you well. Number 9. Well, they paid for fixing the house. The chair of the department, he did not actually say those words, but what I heard in my head was, we'll fix your house for coming to teach astronomy. And hell, astronomy is so much fun, I do it for free. I do it for you all for free every Monday. It's fun. Number 9. Here you go. Now this one's a tough one. In what year did China put its first taikonaut into orbit? In what year did China put its first taikonaut, or astronaut, into orbit? What year? You got to have the exact year. Nope, not 1981, 1998. Nope, don't see it yet. What year did China put its first taikonaut into orbit? Nope, not yet. Not 73. Nope, you got her way too early. There's a closer one. 05 is close. His name was Yang Luin. 04, you're so close. 02, you got it bracketed. There you go. Burn Man. Burn Man, you got it. Burn Man. Burn Man 1. It was 2003. I think Burn Man, you were the first one with 2003. I do believe. I will go back and check that. Burn Man 1, okay. 2003. His name was Yang Lui. Liwei, and he was on the Shenzhou 5. He made 15 orbits. 15 orbits. Now here's the trick. Listen to this now. When Colonel Lewin went up, he took a gun. He took a gun with him. This is how you fix Russian spacecraft. No, that's a different movie. Okay. But he took a gun with him. Well, he also took a knife and he took a tent. They were worried about where he would land. And they were worried about his safety wherever he might land, that he might not land in a very safe place. China's a big place, and there are animals out there that want to eat you. So he took a gun. He might have been the first person to take a gun into space. I don't know. And run into aliens too, yeah. Really powerful snipe point. It would go up. I don't know if it would go into space. It depends on your definition of space and where the edge of space is. But it would come back down, and you got to be careful. It could hit somebody. Hit them right in the top of the head. You know that would hurt. That bullet coming down is going to have some good speed to it. Yes, ouch. But he took a gun. Thank you, Colonel Lewin. 2003. 2003. A gun, a knife, and a tent. But taking a gun into outer space. Who takes a gun into outer space? Was that in the Bruce Willis movie where somebody took a gun? I think somebody took a gun in the Bruce Willis movie where they went up to stop the comet hitting the Earth. Gosh, I don't know what kind of gun it is. I don't know. Probably a Chinese knockoff. Excuse me. That wasn't very nice. Shame on me. In favor of knives, okay? OJ. Well, it would fire in the capsule if you had I think the space debris problem is a really big one, and we need to be careful. We are going to build a chain link fence around our planet if we're not careful. Armageddon, yeah. The debris we're leaving up there is going to serve as a chain link fence, and we're going to have trouble getting off this planet with all the junk that's out there. It's a really big problem. We need to figure out a way to get rid of it. Stop it from happening. So Burn Man, good for you. Now he did have something, that little thing that had a little I think some kind of tube and then some jets on it. Yeah. Space cleaner. A Zumba. A Zumba. Sorry, this is English, I don't know. So here's our last question. These are some good ones. No, I didn't see the 60 minutes. Oh, no. Okay. No parlez-vous français. I took French in high school, and I remember almost nothing from my French class. The only real French phrase that I remember was from a song that was popular back then. That was about it. Okay. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Shame on me for remembering that. Shame on me. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? No, I take that as a no. Here is a real tough one, and you're going to have to be real lucky to get this one. You're going to have to be really lucky to get this one. Well, when it enters the atmosphere, but it's up there, and some of it's far enough away and in orbits it's not going to bring it close to the atmosphere anytime soon, so it's going to take a long time to degrade. Oh, sorry, you got me. You got me. Avec moi, I know. That's it. So here's one that you're going to have to be real lucky to get. Our last trivia challenge question of the morning. Y'all have done a fantastic job. Remember, yeah, and one of those small pieces can go through your spacesuit and through you real easy. Okay? I do not do research. I'm not a scientist. I'm a science teacher. I taught science and a whole bunch of other stuff in high school for 30 years. And now I'm teaching astronomy at High Point University. But I do not do research. I do a little bit of observation. I look at variable stars, and I estimate the brightness of variable stars. Yeah. Voulez-vous coucher? Here we go. Last question. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Brrr. We were listening to David Bowie at the beginning. We'll go back to him. Here's a question. Remember, you have to wait until I'm done. What's the most number of people together in one spacecraft? What's the most number of people together in one spacecraft? Not 6, not 7. Nope. 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 Nope, not 8, not 32, not 9. 13, Trevor, you got it. Trevor, you rascal, you. How did you do that? Trevor got it. You were supposed to have a hard time doing that. Trevor, S-C-E, yeah, Trevor, you got it. 13, congratulations. 13, that was on the ISS, on the International Space Station in 2009. It was on the ISS in 2009. There were 2 different crews that were together at the same time on the ISS. Okay, I will check. I always go back. Thank you, Burnman. I always go back and recheck to make sure that what I saw and what I wrote down is accurate. Okay, but in 2009, Expedition 20 and 21, those are the 2 expeditions, and it was the Space Shuttle 127. And so those 2 different crews were together on the International Space Station. 13 people, okay, in space at the same time. So maybe Trevor got it. I don't know, but I'm going to say Trevor unofficially got it for now. I will double check, okay? That's pretty good. Let's see. Ben, Jay Savoli, Jason, Fedmax, I don't know. Soyog, Ben, Jason again, Ben again. Look at that. Burnman and Trevor. And let's not forget all of you who got the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger. Okay, a lot of people got the Space Shuttle Challenger. So all those winners will be listed on my blog. Also the questions and the answers and maybe some other information about these questions and these things. And I want to thank you very much. If any of you winners go to my blog and make a contribution to one of my charities, I will match your contribution up to $100. Now, if you go to my blog, it's called An Island in the Sea of Mystery. That's my blog's name. And if you go down How to Support, don't send me any money, okay? You are the champions of the world. Don't send me any money. But if you make a contribution to one of my 5 charities, I will match your contribution up to $100. Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. My grandmother had Parkinson's, so that's why that's there. The Guilford County Animal Shelter, that's where we got 2 of our kitties. Let's see, one of our kitties. The Guilford County Senior Resources Center, Barbara and I deliver meals for Meals on Wheels to old people in the neighborhood. Let's see, what else? The Joe Klein Endowment for Astronomy. So, let's see, there's a 5th one there somewhere. I forgot what it is. Maybe there's only 4. But if you give to one of my charities, you winners out there, if you give to my charities, I will match your contribution. I want to thank Tiki. I want to thank Spear for their contributions, not only here, but well, then I have to match it. I promise. But I only have like 15 winners today. I only have 15 winners. So if they give, I'll pony up. So far, I've had a few people make contributions. I don't live with the belief that a lot of people will, but I'll be very surprised, and if they do, I'll do it. Simulate? Oh, ouch, ouch. No. I'm not rich. My wife has all my money. I have no money. Well, she gives me an allowance. I have like $20. But the next time I get an allowance, I'll take it and match your contribution. So come on. It's a challenge to you to make the world a better place. Let's see. Michael J. Fox, Guilford County Senior Resource Center, Animal Shelter, Joe Klein Memorial. There's got to be another one in there. I forget. Well, that was the first year. That was in 2008. That was in 2008 that happened, okay? So that was a long time ago. So, and that was just one course. They had me teaching one astronomy course, and one thing to vandalize when I write. I've never righted. I don't know. Never had righted. I like painting on the street. Does that count? Painting on the street? Yeah. Could the other one be? I thought there were 5. Maybe there's just 4. I'll go back and check my blog. So today's questions were inspired by the Observer Handbook. So I want to thank you, Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, for that handbook. Appreciate that. Next Monday, it will be about the February issue of Sky and Telescope magazine. So if you haven't gotten your February issue yet, be sure to get it. I'm going to have like somewhere between 5 and 10 questions from this February issue, and that'll be next Monday, okay? Next Monday. So it's the one about the Big Bang. Did you know where the name Big Bang came? Oh, we're going to vote. We are going to vote for February 11th. Now, next Monday, it's the Sky and Telescope magazine. This book, bookstore, bookstore maybe a magazine kiosk, or you can subscribe to it, I guess. But next Monday, February 11th, let's take a quick vote here before you go. I want to know what you want us to have our quiz about, have our challenge about. I have 3 topics, and I'm going to let you vote, and I'm going to go by what you decide. Okay, so here we go. Please vote only one time. Okay, vote only one time. But here are your 3 choices: 1, 2, or 3. It can be the Sea of Tranquility, the February sky, or eclipses. What would you like for us to do next on February 11th? What would you like for us to do? 1, 2, or 3? What would you like? Sea of Tranquility, eclipse, or February sky? Oh, I did them out of order, okay? So you vote, and I will go for the one that you choose the most, okay? We're voting now. I'm going to go back and recount the votes, make sure that I counted them right. I'm counting them now. So, go ahead and vote. Which one do you want to do for February 11? Please vote only one. Yeah, that's right. Spiritual, yes. Sea of Tranquility. And you know what's famous about the Sea of Tranquility. Yes. So I'm going to close voting in about 5 seconds. Close voting. Let's see what we get. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate it. It looks like we're going to have the vote here. My preliminary count is, I'm going to close it in 3, 2, 1. Everybody's voted one time. I'm going to count it again. I will count it again, but the preliminary count is that the Sea of Tranquility will be our topic for February 11th. Okay? Ooh, nice. Okay. Supermoon photos. I love that. Did I show you mine here? I showed you mine, didn't I? Well, it's not mine. It's Tim Martin's. He has a great picture here. Let me show you this one again. If you didn't see this at the, here's a picture that Tim Martin. It's actually a group of pictures that Tim took. He took all of these pictures of eclipses, of lunar eclipses, and you can see what he did with them. He has the dates for them, and he shows the shadow of the Earth. Isn't that something? Thank you very much. Thank you, Saul Vavry. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. Isn't that a pretty picture? Isn't that something? Okay, well, Sea of Tranquility is going to be about the moon. Okay? It'll be about the moon. So, I want to thank everybody for being here. It's after 9 o'clock. It's about time for me to get to work and do stuff. And I hope you had fun time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned maybe a little bit of astronomy. And let's go back to David Bowie and get a little bit of Space Jam on us here. And I want to thank everybody. Here we go. Yeah, that's the moon working the tide. Everybody, let's have a great week. Keep looking up. I love it. Hey, Cardinals. Thank you. Thanks, Burnman. Great. Good to have you here. Congratulations. Thank you, Richard. Nice to have you here. Thanks for your participation. What a blast. Great. I do too. I was in class. Yes. You did. You went big. Hello, Squirrel. Nice to have you here. See you, Saul. Thank you. Thank you. You can go to my blog. It's in my Periscope profile. So go to my Periscope profile and you can email me on my blog. Okay. Use my blog. Fantastic. Above the world. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, folks. Have a great week. See you next Monday.